So I'm gonna make up a story because that's what I do.
Okay.
But no, like I'm just imagining right now, like, you know, basically the people here lived here for 100 years in these Pueblos. And in the Walnut Valley, or the Walnut Canyon. This is where we are in Arizona in the heights. We're at 7,000 feet. And the natives that lived here, the indigenous people that lived here, here, go this way with it.
Okay.
They lived here for 100 years, and then they don't really know exactly why they left, but they did leave. Probably what they suspected is because of resources, excuse me, resources, like maybe they ran out of, you know, who knows, maybe the water or the cut down all the timber for firewood. But I was just imagining, you know, one day they got news, like one of the elders or so one of the guys that, you know, was paying attention to the resources. They're like, hey guys, you know, we're running out. Like we're not going to be able to sustain living here for another 15 years. Like we're going to have to start figuring out where we're going to go next. And we were talking about, oh, by the way, well, anyway, yeah, so they moved on, but they didn't die. They moved on. They moved somewhere else. But what's really neat is come in here is this is all this black here. This is all the charcoal from burning their fires. So this room, a lot of these rooms, they say, just learning about this over the last hour, they say that a lot of the rooms were for storage for water, because down in the canyon down there, they would have flash floods, but it was only, you know, a couple times a year. So they would have these big clay jars, and they would hold the water in those jugs. And so a lot of these rooms, I think there's like, I don't know, like throughout this whole canyon, this is a little island right here, but throughout this little canyon, there were, you know, maybe 80 cliff dwellings, or cliff, you know, like built up like this, but a lot of them were storage. So, but this room right here for sure was for fires. So I don't know if a family slept here or if this was a gathering location that they built for community, but they lived, yeah, it's pretty cool. They just lived here and their whole lives were here, but only for 100 years. So, I mean, think about the amount of work that it took to build all this. I mean, this is a lot of work. And here, come over and look at this. Really, human beings are so industrious and ingenuitive, I think ingenuitive, that they, like, this is a little flume, little fire flume. So that wall over there, the Europeans that came here, they blew that up. They blew up a lot of these walls, and they looted the crap out of all the artifacts and took a lot of what was here. But yeah, this one, thankfully they didn't. And this is where the smoke would come up out. And so they would have their fires in there and they're gathering, and then the smoke would come out through here. And you can see some of what's left up there, some of the charcoal remains. But yeah, anyway, really neat. Just wanted to record that for a minute, so you can turn it off now.